Welcome back, everybody, to another Warpath video. We're going to talk today a little bit about some upgrading. I have some upgrading to do, so I wanted to do some discussions on some different topics, and they do kind of vary a little bit. But anyway, let's get into the video. So right now, as you can see, I have 4 things with the little marker on them to be able to upgrade and do. One of them is the campaign, and the campaign is important because when I am currently, by the way, on chapter 4, the campaign is important because it gives you, after chapter 3, right here, it gives you a lot of parts, and also a lot of goodies as well, but a lot of parts to be able to put onto your troops. These parts that look like this for the units, these blueprints, um, you need the supplies, these things, to go with it, and you can make the part. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But the campaign is very important because, as you can see, I have this right here, the rewards. Now, you can collect up to 12 hours, and whenever you log back in, if you log in all the time, this isn't going to be that good, that much, but um, whenever you log in after sleeping or something, you're going to have something kind of like that. Like this reward time was almost 4 hours. So in 4 hours, I get some copper chests. That's for the parts that I can. It'll just randomly assign a part, kind of like a random. It gives me my arms XP, which is super important to be able to upgrade. It gave me a part, which is an anti-tank 75mm Pack 40. That is a part that I can put onto a tank or something like that, or break down. These are super important, ammunition. So a lot of people need these a lot because when you start upgrading your troops into 40, level 50, level 60, it takes quite a bit of these bullets, these ammunitions, to be able to upgrade. So being able to get these, 2, 3, 4 times a day into the 500 means that you can upgrade rather well. So this campaign is super important. And then I got the grenade for the infantry. I'm going to claim this. Now, whenever it is at reset, so about 45 minutes ago, it reset, the server did, you're able to rush. So it'll rush 120 minutes of reserves, and I get 2 of those. So once again, it rushed. So the higher that you get up, the more campaigning you do, the more you get some of these goodies. And let me show you why this is important, is because if I go into the unit, and let's say I have my infantry or whatever, I need 3,200, and I only have 25. Well, I got to get those bullets somehow. And attacking ravens is only going to give me like 25 or 30 each time. It's going to cost me a lot of this right here, the stamina. It's going to cost me a lot of stamina to collect, and I'm not going to be able to get them fast. So I've noticed that campaigns are a great way to try to get parts, to try to get attachments to your vehicles and stuff like that to benefit them, and also to get some ammunition and stuff. So I really like the campaign. In the units, you can see that we have these blueprints, right? The blueprints, you have to be careful because, like, let's say I say make, it's for a medium tank. Do I have a medium tank? That's one question. And then it has a faction. So notice it's not just about the gun and what it does with the power and whether or not I can make it or not. The faction is very important. So do I have a medium tank in that faction? So let's just say that we go to my units and we look, and my medium tank is not. I think that's Liberty. Let me see. Yes, that is Liberty. So I'm still learning all these, so I'm trying to get them memorized. So the blueprint for the medium needs to be for Liberty to really kind of benefit me or whatever. So let's look. So here we have a medium. That's not Liberty. We have this one, a medium. That's not Liberty. This one, a medium. That's a heavy. Anti-tank. We do not have an anti-tank with them. Artillery. I don't believe our faction is that for the artillery. So we have a light. I don't even have a light tank. Now, I do have infantry, and I believe I have that faction for the infantry. Yes, I have that faction for the infantry. So let's go back to that. Look at the grenade like this. See what we got. So we need 16 of these stamping components. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my supplies, right? You see these? I need the stamping units to be able to do it. So let's look at what it's going to take to do the stamping units. So let's go into supplies, other, and I believe I have an optional silver parts right here, stamping unit. So on these upgraded ones, not all of them are like that. Like these ones I can open like this, and it's just going to randomly assign something. But this one, the optional silver parts, I'm able to actually choose. So let's see. Let's just do 5 just to make sure that it's going to work right before I just waste them. So we go back to it, and it says I have 5. So I need 16. So I need 11 more. So let's go here. Quality stamping, and let's do 11 like this. And then now on the blueprints, we can go back. That's a different one. I got to make sure I get the right one. That is it down here? I think so. No? That's super weird. I thought that it just showed the faction. There it is, right there. Ooh, I was like, so it moved up in the priority list, I guess. I was like, where did that go? I bet you everybody watching this probably like, hey, dummy, it's up top there. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so we have all this. Click make. It's going to spin the parts. It's going to make their grenade. And if it goes to Martyr's Watch, here's why I said that, guys. You have to understand why I'm saying this. Is because if it goes to Martyr's Watch, which my infantry is in Martyr's Watch that I'm upgrading, it's going to reap 30% parts enhancement. It's going to be enhanced a lot because it's part of the faction that you're doing. So that's super important. I just want you guys to see that. So now we can go to my units. You see, it has a little upgrade button right here. We're going to go to parts and firepower. We're going to switch. We're going to go over here and we're going to switch to this. So it upgraded in the kill radius. So we're beefing it up. Now, if you don't need some of your parts, like say some of those grenades that you saw right here, you can go here, disassemble, and go to parts. Now, obviously, you don't want to do this all the time. I'm going to bring this up because you never know what you're going to get into, what you're going to upgrade, especially in the early game. But if you do know specifically what you're really going for, what you're fighting the upgrade, and you know you're not doing anything else. So like I know that I don't have this one or this faction right here, and I have all these grenades. So watch, I just picked 3 just so I'm not doing all of them, but I just picked 3. If I click disassemble, look at all these components it's going to give me. So remember, you need other components to go to the blueprints, but you need the blueprints first. So there's no point in just breaking everything down and you don't have the blueprints yet. But if you're in a crunch and you're able to get some of these components that are needed for the blueprints to make the part by disassembling them, and that's where you disassemble at. And then you would go in and you try to upgrade and get some better parts for your guys. But a lot of that comes through the campaigns, also some of the events. Some of these events are really good, with stuff like this. So, like this event right here, earn building power and production rust. I've been upgrading my barracks and stuff. So here we go. We get some of this. These are good for upgrading commanders. Um, Here we go. We got some more parts. So optional silver parts. Once again, I get to pick what I want, which is super important because it's not just giving me a bunch of junk or whatever. That's a good one. This one right here, it's going to give me a Bloody Mary statue. That's super important. I need to upgrade her. I mean, that's good. 100 components. I need that to upgrade with. I mean, all this stuff is really, really good. And then, of course, your alliance. This is upgraded. And this is just one of them. I mean, you also have combat drills right here where it has a bunch of stuff that you can get. Not too much on the components, but it does have some of these universal coupons, so you'll be able to get some tanks and stuff by doing the tickets. And then right here, that's awesome. 1,200 of the ammunition. Definitely going to need that, to upgrade with or whatever. So that's super important to try to get into. And right here, the jurisdiction usually complements it. So see, I have to produce a bunch of stuff, and then bam, I get this. So I got a ticket and stuff like that. But you get up into these chests, you get the universal components right here, 10. Once you get 50 of those, you get an automatic level 5. That's super important and sweet. This one right here, look at that. You get transfer instructions. Those are hard to come by. So getting up into there, it's a little bit hard to get up into there. Let's not lie. But you get 300 of the components. You get some more of those silver chest parts. And then you get some really good gold just for stuff that you have to do anyway. I mean, you might not reach to that point. I'm saying you have to push pretty hard to get to that point, but you're already doing it anyway. You're trying to upgrade and push. So try to time your upgrades and stuff like that with some of this uh, goodies that you can get or whatever. Anyway, guys, this is just another video on some of the upgrading tips and tricks. Hope you guys liked it. Please leave a like and comment in the section below. And till next time, guys, peace.